Mr. Beast is getting jacked.
Mr. Beast has been challenged to compete in a one-on-one bodybuilding competition by another huge YouTuber, Arak. This all started when Mr. Beast and Arak were talking on the phone about how they've always wanted to get into great shape, but the stakes have never been high enough. So on that very phone call, they came up with an insane plan to get both of them into amazing shape. And it's the type of thing only two insane YouTubers could ever come up with.
On that call, we basically write up a legal document, send it over to a lawyer who gets both of us to docu-sign this this contract. That if we miss a singular day of working out between now and 5 months from now, that we have to get the opponent's name tattooed on a visible part of our bodies. So if I do not work out for a day, I have to get Mr. Beast tattooed maybe on my forehead, maybe right here.
But they couldn't just leave it at the tats, and they wanted to step it up another level. So they added that in 9 months, they'll be going head to head in a bodybuilding competition.
I have a bodybuilding competition in about 6 months.
Okay.
So not me and him, no, him and Arak.
Yeah, Arak, yeah, he's training Arak, and I got
what's good with that?
It's 9 months. We extended it a little.
Or he should be getting jacked right now because he announced another YouTuber, and I've forgotten their name because they're an absolute moron, that to try and get in shape and to try and get better bodies and to try and be healthier, they're going to compete in a bodybuilding competition in a matter of months. They both have a personal trainer, and if any one of them sort of gives up their exercise routine, they're going to have to get the other person's names tattooed somewhere on their body. So it's a YouTube thing. It's very silly. It's very gimmicky. That's just what happens on this crazy, crazy platform. But when I actually started reading about this, it's kind of like the PewDiePie thing we talked about a year or 2 years ago. I like this. I think it's a very, very good thing. And while my title is a little bit sensationalist, like, oh my gosh, I do think it's true because Mr. Beast right now is the most followed person on YouTube, right? He's got way over 100 million subscribers. He is a beast unto himself. And yes, that is meant to be a pun. So I imagine when he does go up there, and we'll do another video when, you know, we get to the point where he shows off his physique and they do the bodybuilding competition that I think is going to be in a couple of months. He will document the whole thing. Of course he will. Once again, that is easy YouTube views. Fitness and YouTube are just like, you know, salt and pepper. People love them. And they go absolutely crazy. Hence why when PewDiePie revealed his physique, everyone was like, oh my gosh, PewDiePie's revealed his physique. They went steroids, even though quite clearly it was just a man who was progressing and evolving in the gym after never stimulating his muscles before. It's called newbie gains. It's a wonderful thing. And I am pretty sure that the positive knockoff of that was so many people were like, well, I look up to PewDiePie, and when he played this game, I went and played it. What's the game? Was it Five Nights at Freddy's that PewDiePie played? Where was Markiplier? The whole point is this. They're influencers, right? And so you see them play a game, I'm going to play that game. You see them wearing a certain brand of headphones, I'm going to buy those headphones. So when all of a sudden they go, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to go to the gym, and they talk about the plaudits of it and the positives on it, how it makes them feel, and they're going to keep doing it, and it's good for their heart health, etc. You get millions potentially. Because let's say you got 100 million subscribers and 10% of that fan base does it. That's a hell of a lot of people. All of a sudden they are going to the fitness palace of love and they are trying to get in shape too. And fitness has got to be for everyone. And fitness should be something that we are all trying to embrace as much as possible, because do not forget, it is good for you. As much as we want amazing biceps and abs, or you may want to have, you know, great cardiovascular health, obviously for your heart health, but you want to be able to run miles, you want to be able to do a marathon, or you want to do like a triathlon, you want to be a super athlete. And I massively appreciate all of those. Ultimately, the massive benefit of that is you are keeping your body healthy and you are pushing yourself and you're keeping things ticking over. And I know so many people that I've sort of given, you know, I'm not saying I'm their personal trainer, but I've given minimal fitness advice to. They start doing it, and after 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, they're like, I can't believe I ever lived without this. I'm now getting a little bit obsessed. I'm now looking forward to the gym. I now don't like missing the gym. It's mostly an endorphin rush. Sometimes it's a dopamine rush, depending on what you're doing here. But getting that kind of chemical feedback is innate. It's built into us because it's letting you know, I want this. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, and I reward you with these nice feelings because it's helping me and it's improving us and we're progressing and I feel better and my heart, blah, 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 you know, all these kind of healthy things. And I truly think that when Mr. Beast talks about this, it's going to have a massive uptick with the amount of people that go to the gym or start going for a run or go for a swim or go to a boxing club, whatever it may be. Like, I know his charity work gets talked about all the time. Again, a different video for a different day. But once more, I know younger people in my family who are totally obsessed with Mr. Beast and have like Mr. Beast merchandise. I'm like, man, I'm a YouTuber too, you know. You could buy my damn t-shirts, but they don't care about me. Why would they? I'm right here. You know, as soon as he started being, you know, showing his charity stuff and his philanthropy, it's not the word, they wanted to do it too. Now they can't because they're just kids. But it kind of taught them that giving back and being nice to people is not the worst thing in the world, which I think we did a video the other day about Andrew Tate. I don't like the kind of messages he puts out into the world because it's all negative and, oh man, you got to be this guy and violent. You got to be lad. No, you don't. You can just be a nice, happy, smiley person. Doesn't mean you're weak. Doesn't mean that people are going to tread on you. Doesn't mean that you're a pushover. It just means that's the way you approach the world. And if somebody crosses your boundaries, then you're able to fight back mentally. It doesn't have to be a physical thing all of the time. So I'm actually quite excited about this. I'm excited to see what kind of shape he gets in. I'm excited to see the kind of diet he undertakes. And I truly do think that if he is able to put this out there to his audience in the correct way and let them know the positive positives, also the negatives and how bad it can go, and that there are bad paths that we can walk down. You want to try and avoid those. Again, each to your own. You do whatever you want, but you do need to be smart about that stuff. All of a sudden, when you got the likes of, again, PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, and a bunch of others, fitness influencers are getting bigger all of the time. I think that's great, and I want to see more of it. I want to see people going to the gym, and I want people to think the Fitness Palace of Love is an inclusive place to go, because it can be intimidating and people do get worried about it, but there's absolutely no need. Again, the thing I always say on this channel, it's like my catchphrase now, is nobody cares about you in the gym and you don't care about them. And anybody that does, they're the idiot, they're the a-hole, they're the D to the ick. They just are. And everyone else knows it, and you just kind of have to ignore them. But that's like going to work and having a moron, or being in a shopping center and someone's blowing up at the cashier because they're like, and you're listening to it going, man, you sound so stupid right now. You're quite clearly in the wrong. They're in the wrong. Just ignore them. They'll go away eventually because they'll be blown out of the place. It's so difficult to try and convince people of this nowadays, that they should go and try and get in shape, because I suppose maybe in some circles it's not cool, but it definitely is cooler. Like when I was growing up, and maybe this is just like a technological thing, or maybe it's just the way that nutrition was grown and nutrition has become far more popular. But man, if you wanted to get a protein shake, you basically had to go to the outer reaches of town. It came in this pig tub. I think it was called Nutri 90 or something, and it tasted like sand. It was disgusting. Now you can get cookies and cream flavor, and you drink it, you're like, this tastes like a damn milkshake. What's going on here? And that was just dirty, horrible sand whey protein. Now you got egg protein, you got rice protein, you got vegan protein, you got all kinds of protein, beef protein. Don't like beef protein, but you have all of these choices too. Now I understand that a massive tax has been put on that as well. Again, a different video for a different day. But that kind of choice and that kind of variety goes to show how popular it's getting. There's more gyms than ever. The rise of the 24-hour gym, right? We're trying to accommodate to a greater amount of people, but there never can be enough. And I understand you're like, no, I don't want more people going to the gym because gyms are too oversubscribed as it is. I get that, but the more people that want to go, hopefully more gyms will open, so eventually it will balance out. Because ultimately, really, you want everyone going to the gym. You want everyone to care about their health. You want everyone to be trying to become the best version of themselves they possibly can. I'm not saying that if you aren't working out, you can't do that, but I truly do think that if you can incorporate those aspects, it helps in other aspects of your life as well. It can help with how you set goals for yourself. It can help with the other things you want to achieve. It can help with your job. It can help with relationships. Sometimes people just get really bored because they have nothing to do, and that's why they get down on themselves. But if you actually wake up every day and I've got to get this amount of food in, and I've got to go to the gym, and I've got this cardio to do, it gives you great structure. And then you get to the point where if you have to break that structure, because again, that's how life works, you have a bit of mini breakdown. You're like, man, why is there no happy medium? But of course there is. That's just what we do. I tell everyone this. If you want to be 200 pounds at 8% body fat, you'll get to 200 pounds and 8% body fat, and you're like, well, I could be 210 and 7% body fat. And you're just lost in it. And you'll continue to set goals after goals after goals, but you understand to set baby step goals. And then once again, you can copy and paste that across. All of a sudden, you won't be like, I want to be manager of this business in a day. You'll be like, okay, well, maybe I'll be regional manager first. Then I can be assistant manager, then deputy manager, then hey ho, 10 years down the line, I can be manager. But he didn't make that jump. It's the same with the gym. Anyone that goes to the gym on day one and goes, I want to be Ronnie Coleman, you ain't going to be Ronnie Coleman. And actually, you're never going to be Ronnie Coleman, because he probably had the most gifted genetics of any human being to ever walk this earth, or at least someone that has been showcased in that way. But I think what happens with a lot of people, and again, I think someone like Mr. Beast would get this message across, not that I know him, this kind of vibe I get, to push the idea that you're only in competition with yourself. So at least you look better than you did 6 weeks ago, and then after a year, well, you look better than you did a year ago. So it doesn't matter what Steve or Brad or Jenny or Karen looks like. No, that's absolutely irrelevant. You put in the work, and you have seen the changes. And anyone that knows you will know you. So they'll be like, oh, wow, you look great. And most people on the street are not massive, jacked bodybuilder guys. So even if you have a little bit of muscle and you're quite leaned up and you're quite shapely, they will look at you and go, well, that guy works out. And that's the greatest thing you can hear after you start going to the gym. Do you work out? It's not what you're saying. I don't look big. It's like the worst thing ever. But that guy works out, and I promise you, you will get it. So I'm very, very excited about this. I do believe we're kind of in that time period now, in that window where we may learn more. And more people should do this. So if you believe you're an influencer, go to the gym and start telling people about it, and let people know that it's not a scary place, it's not an intimidating place, and it's just the most wonderful, which is why I call it the Fitness Palace of Love, because I love it, and it's a palace of fitness, and also I just say weird things sometimes. I'm in America right now, in case you're wondering why I'm doing videos like this. We're just block booking and talking about as many subjects as possible, but hey ho, I thought it was important. So if you're going to the gym today, go out there, be intense. Remember, you're doing it for you. Remember, it's meant to be fun. Remember, when you leave there, sure, you should feel a little bit like, oh my gosh, that was so damn hard, but you get the endorphin rush, and you'll want to do it again. Also, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Get the bell ding-dings. You know, other videos going live. There is a video on the screen. Click that too. GorillaMind.com/Simon. Use code Simon. Get 10% off anything on the store. As I keep telling you this week, they've got this brand new Gorilla Mode pre-workout stimulated jam flavor Just go look at it if you don't believe me. Look at the ingredients. It is going to blow your brain. Also on Cameo, personalized videos. Just search for my name at Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. Brand new Samson Athletic shirt. You can get that right now. Link in the description. And it's the same with Pro Wrestling Tees. Again, all the information is down there. Did I say social media? It's at Simon316. It's named after wrestling. It was stupid. If I had known which direction my career was going, no, I wouldn't have called myself that. But a brand is a brand, even if it's a tiny brand. Good luck with your gym session today. I'm in your pocket, whatever that means. Goodbye.